Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we are on our way to work as I speak to you. It is the 7th of, is it the 7th? I think it is the 7th. It's the 7th of May. It's election day, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. It's time to put our vote in to figure out what government it is that we're going to have after today. And I bloody well can't wait because because I am bloody sick of this election already. I'm sick of all the posts you get. I'm sick of all the spam you get through the door and how no one shuts up about fucking anything but the bloody election. I just can't wait for it to be over. I'm hoping that it goes a certain way because I'm just not in the mood for I'm just not in the mood for no other kind of government. Oh man. Well, basically, all I hope for is not a coalition. I know it's not going to happen. So, yeah. Happy birthday, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll be voting when I get home from work tonight. I haven't got much choice otherwise because I'll be at work and shit, won't I? So, yeah, voting on the way home because it's right near my house where the polling station is. I hope you all voted if you wanted to vote on all that crap. But yeah, so that's something to look forward to later when we get home. But what's been going on so far today? I got up today at 6:15 as per usual, and it's pretty I think I'm dreaming weird. I just seem to close my eyes and it's like the heaviest sleep ever, but it doesn't feel refreshing when I wake up in the morning. So it's not really working out for me too great. I went to bed at 12 last night, and what the hell happened last night, ladies and gentlemen? Well, after I finished writing Laura's letter and posted it to her and ended the video being like, oh, I haven't got time to do anything now, I'm just going to sort this video out, and I've all these things I haven't been able to do on my to-do list. Well, while obviously I'm developing for my Raspberry Pi, I've got the Windows 10 on my Raspberry Pi. It's called Marvin, as you all know. But the problem is, the current, at the very least anyway, the current version of the Raspberry Pi doesn't come, like, it's not ready for things like IIS and stuff like that. It's not ready for things like IIS where you'll be able to host things like an MVC and all of that kind of magubbins. So I was like, oh crap, so what am I going to be able to do here? Am I going to have to host a universal app on there? That'll be my website, and then I'll wrap that with a PHP server on my other Raspberry Pi or stuff like that. And I'm like, no, there's got to be a workaround for this. So I'm looking into it, and I'm like, it dawned on me. I'm like, why am I looking for like a server implementation when I could just develop a server? So last night I was having a bit of a play around with some C#, and what I'm doing now is I'm hosting the code. Like, the website will host itself. It doesn't need IIS, it doesn't need Apache or anything like that. It will just look at the port that it's supposed to look at, and then just beep, and then just sit and wait for messages to come in and deal with those messages. So essentially what I've done is I've developed a server. Truth be told, it's not actually on the Raspberry Pi yet. I think I've done it, I was just testing the concept on Atlas. I need to transfer it over onto, I think I did it in the wrong Visual Studio for one. I thought I'd be able to just, well no, to be fair, I could do it. I haven't tried putting it over onto the Raspberry Pi yet. I've got to do a load of, it was about 11:30 last night when I finished debugging it and realised that it would actually work. As soon as I realised it would work, I was like, oh, let's put it on the Raspberry Pi, but I had to do a video description, and I have to still like log on to the Pi, I have to connect up the stuff so I can automatically deploy it and whatever. But that means that I'll be able to essentially I still may wrapper it with the other Raspberry Pi. So basically, when you send a message in, it will come through to an Apache server, which is hosted on the Raspberry Pi, which is hosted on Aflie. And that will basically just go, okay, you've come in on jrepair.co.uk, I will put you to this port on the other Raspberry. That's the plan there. Or you've come through for Blitz software, you go to this port, and then that is then hosted on the other server. The reason for that is, or at least I bet I could do it, like, well could. Yeah, because I just go, oh, this base URL. Yeah, it depends. I'll look into it. Depends how it handles URLs and stuff like that. But I'm pretty certain I can host things on my Raspberry. I was getting nervous that I wouldn't be able to host anything because I didn't have IIS, and that I'd actually made a bit of an error. Let's say getting the Raspberry Pi 2 and getting a Windows on it, because it wouldn't be able to do what I wanted it to do. And all of the things that Microsoft is showing off that it can do aren't in that realm yet. They're all about like making physical things like robots and stuff like that with the Pi instead. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. I wish I could try it out today, but I don't think I can, for the simple reason that I've got tennis and stuff tonight, so I'm pretty busy. But what can you do? Like I said, I was busy yesterday, didn't I, when I was writing Laura a letter, but I still managed to pull that one off, so that's all good there. What else is going on in my life? We're heading into work now, obviously, as you can tell. But oh, hello, am I going to be able to pull out here? Do you reckon? Is this guy going to let me go in this Alpha? He is. Thank you. And now wait for this guy and put your foot down, because you're going to need a bit of pace there, bit of the old sprightly pace. Good. Yeah, we're heading to work today. We've got planning session. Oh God, I've been talking for a long time, haven't I? We've got a planning session in for I think 9:30. Ooh, which is annoying. I'm going to get there for 8 o'clock, so I've got like a bit before that. But I think we've got a planning session. Normally I complain because planning sessions are too long, but we seem to have... Camera battery thinks I've been talking too long. I will tell you about work on the way home from work when I have time to swap out your battery. It's annoying because there's a tripod mount underneath you, so I have to unscrew that, take the battery out, blah, 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 blah. I told you when I come back from work, lol. And I'll tell you all about my lovely day in planning. Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I've changed the battery and I'm just waiting to leave work now. I'm at the traffic lights. It's lovely and warm. It was pretty wet and miserable this morning, but the weather has peaked up. It's excitingly hot and lovely because I've got tennis tonight, so I do like me some warm weather when I'm playing tennis. Let's put the windows up so you can hear me. Left around the corner without knocking you over. Windows. What's been going on then today? Firstly, as soon as the camera battery died, I put the radio back on, and my God, one of my favouriteest songs ever that I haven't heard in a long ass time came on, and I was bloody glad that your battery died, because I friggin' turned the volume up to max and enjoyed it. It was, you know, it's from Kill Bill, Woohoo by I think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, and it was absolutely incredible. Hello. Where did he come from? Just appeared in my bloody wing mirror, that guy did. But yeah, paying attention, ladies and gentlemen. It's because I'm talking to you and not paying attention to bloody anything else. So yeah, I was listening to that. Flipping heck. I was listening to that, friggin' coming around the corner, drumming. Oh, it's a brilliant song, ladies. If you are waiting for a good song to pick you up, get you in a good mood, Woohoo by 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s is an absolutely stellar one. Recommended. What's been going on at work today though? We had our planning session, which was good fun. It was all morning, and it was very much one. I fixed a bug to start with, and then we had a planning session, which was all morning long. We've been trying to figure out the best way of doing it. The problem is we're on our last sprint now, in inverted commas, even though there's 2 more after it. We're on our last sprint where we should be feature rich by the end of the sprint, essentially. But it's like, well, we're not going to be, essentially. And our PO, project owner's like, well, it all needs to be done anyway, so just commit it all. We're like, right, fine. So we're tasking it all up. We're like, right, so that's this, that's this, that's this. And we've committed to 71 points this week, because we don't really have much choice. And it's like, well, that's too much. It says, well, just because we've split it out in the best way that you can. Like previously, we've been splitting it out in a way that makes it more convenient for the admin work. But now we split it out properly, you can actually start signing things off earlier. He's like, well, now you split it out, you've signed up for 71 points. I'm like, yeah, but if you didn't split it out, we've still got the same amount of work, it's just worth less points. Because if you split it out into 5 different things, you give them all a 3. Whereas if you would have wrapped it all together, you might have given them like a 5 combined. So we went through that. It was a great rigmarole. So we've got a huge amount of stuff to do, before we go live with our feature-rich code. Happy birthday. So that was our planning this morning, and then in the afternoon I was working on the acceptance testing. I've kind of gone behind underneath the radar development wise. I'm waiting so I can do deployment stuff, which I won't be able to do until Monday, when the manager gets back, because I need to run some things through him. And make sure that I don't fudge up the infrastructure. And I knew I should have gone in that lane. That lane is always so much faster. It's really annoying. Right, I'm gonna whip over. I've changed my mind since he's gonna leave me so much space. Where was I? Yeah, so I was doing acceptance testing with Ben today, and I'll be doing that as well tomorrow. Because there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the acceptance testing, and at the moment we've only had one automated tester, and that's not enough. So I'm kind of jumping ship to help with the automated testing, because otherwise it's just going to get overlooked. And the problem is, like, a lot of pressure's on the testers so they can sign stuff off, but if no one's there to help them, then they can't sign stuff off, essentially. So I've joined over. I'll be doing deployment scripts as of Monday, but I've got a few ideas of how I'm going to be doing that. So I'm going to be enjoying the world of PowerShell and all that kind of stuff. But I don't mind, because I'm doing that at home now with my own Raspberry Pi. So yeah, so that's work. I'm heading home now. I'm going to get owned now by the people that I've just jumped out of that queue, and I bet that queue wins. It's always the rule, isn't it? The other queue is always the fast one. But now this friggin' car is boiling, so I'm going to turn the thing off. In fact, oh gosh damn it, it's bloody warm in here. But yeah, I'm going to go home. Actually, the clouds, it's not actually that sunny out. Not at all. Clouds are coming in, so hopefully it doesn't rain when we go and play tennis tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go home. I'm going to immediately go and cast my vote in the old polls. So we'll go and do that, and then we will. I've actually always wanted to go into that building. I've always been interested in what is in that building that I vote in. So I'm actually quite excited to go in. So I'll go in, do my vote, and then I will be coming back out, cooking dinner. In fact, I might even put my pan on. I've got a curry tonight, so I'll put my water on to boil and then go. And then I am going tennis tonight. So that's the plan there, ladies and gentlemen. And then obviously come back from tennis, I've got to start my daily vlog and all that kind of crap. So yeah, that's the plan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put some tunes on. Took me bloody ages to get home, because I'm assuming it's because the polling station just up the road. But friggin' hell, literally I was stuck on my road, the road from Gloucester Road, for like 10 minutes or so. And like I just want to go. You know when you can see like where you want to turn off, but you're like, is it cheeky for me to go on the wrong side of the road just to drive down that road? Because all I want to do, everyone else wants to go that way, just down the road. I want to turn off this road. Anyway, right, let's go vote. I'm kind of excited. I've never voted before. This is the first. I wasn't old enough last time, so right. I don't need my polling card. All done. Right, cool. Finished the old voter-oo. Now we find out tomorrow, don't we? When we what actually happens on with the old government. That bloody thing in the background, eh? What are we gonna do? There was this family in front of me in queue, and then the kid was crying because he wanted his dad to vote Cameron. One idiot, you can't vote Cameron, he's not in a constituency. Happy days, happy birthday boys, happy birthday. But yeah, otherwise, let's get that on blower. I've got curry tonight for dinner, and then we're going to head off to play some tennis in about 2 hours. So like I say, I'm trying to get home, get that cooked quickly so that it's not heavy on my stomach, because I'm running around playing some tennis. The weather has got pretty warm and like humid, so tennis should be pretty good tonight. I was kind of worried it'd rain. Well, I'm watching the clouds, they look dangerous, but otherwise not bad. Look at the bloody traffic outside. What is it? Is something wrong with the motorway or something? Blimey, the polling station is pretty busy. All these nutcases voting after dinner. What are you all doing? Go there before dinner. Bloody hell. Scared me the living Jesus to death. Then I dropped my camera. It just appeared where my hand was. Like, you're covering that bit. I've got like a blind spot and then suddenly face. Anyway, yeah, I'm just heading off to tennis now. Had my dinner and I've had a nice like hour chill down, essentially. But yeah. Oh, I can't wait to not see any of these really shit banners and vote signs and oh god, it's gonna be so good. I can't, genuinely I'm excited for it. But yeah, we're gonna go play some tennis. It's nice and cool. It's actually kind of cold, let's be honest. It ain't cool at all. But still got shorts on, still got a t-shirt on. Don't YOLO, don't mess about, mate. I'm not even in the same league of fucking around. Get running, mate. You wanna keep warm? Want to keep warm? Want to keep warm, do you? Run. That's how it works. But yeah, so we're gonna go play some tennis. We're gonna go knock some balls around. There are things on my to-do list that I really want to get onto doing. I'm really excited about sorting out my Raspberry Pi and my web server and stuff. Just saw the Labour MP prowling around. Never seen her before in real life. How do you recognise her, Jamie? Because she posts 1,000,001 bloody things through my letterbox with her face plastered all over it. God! But not anymore. Thank God for that. But anyway, thankfully she didn't talk to me. She went that way, just running across the road. But yeah, otherwise what's been going on? We have been sorting out some... no, what do I want to do? I want to sort out my Raspberry Pi and stuff. But yeah, so I've been figuring out like how I'm going to do it and stuff. And I think I'm going to have to use my... Well, I don't have to, but I think it would be better if I used my Apache server as a as like a wrapper to my... because it's essentially self-hosted code. It's not really a server in the sense where you point to it and it gets a HTTP message. Not really. You can kind of work it like that. I could, but I reckon it'd be a lot easier to wrap it with Apache, and then one Pi will be my web server, and that thing will have my Git server on as well, which will be a lot better. I wanted to set up my Git server through HTTPS, but at the moment it's through SSH. The reason I haven't put it through HTTPS is because I can only have one. I think I can only have one Pi being pointed to with HTTPS, and that was going to be my other Pi. But if that Pi is wrapping that Pi, then everything can go through that one. So I can have that as a web server. And it means I get things like Apache so I can redirect and all that kind of stuff. And essentially what it will do is if you access my server, it will take your message and go, okay, go to this server, or go to this port on this server, and it'll be completely invisible to you. You won't know that you've just been transferred to a different server, and then that will just display the web page. It's pretty exciting, I know. I think that's the way I want to go down, but big but as well, I don't know. It might be possible just to go like host 3 different sites on using 3 different sets of self-hosted code, or 3 different the same thing, you know what I mean? That server could act for 3 different websites. It might need 3 different sites, I don't know. I don't know yet, but I want to find out what I can do. I've got stuff to do. I've got tennis tonight. I've got a friggin' video to edit that I haven't touched since I last edited it. Man, I'm busy all of the time. And like, while half of myself is like, oh, I should really be doing this, I should really be doing this. But no, I'm genuinely always doing stuff. And certain things have just got me more excited recently. And while I want to be producing main channel videos, I'm too excited by all this other shit that I'm kind of doing that instead at the moment. But yeah, right, let's go play some tennis. Anyway, hopefully we do more thingy. I don't think there'll be many people there tonight anyway, because of clouds for one, which dynamic range kick in, there we go, clouds, and the coldness. And last week, like, it was only really busy that one week, the first week I went, and it was roasting that day, so hopefully it'll be nice and normal today. So we might be able to do, like, I don't know what we'll be doing. Last time we did volleys, maybe we'll do we did serves for I don't know, it's all exciting, isn't it? I'm very excited. Well, there we go, tennis for the day. Bloody knackered as well, Jesus Christ. And although obviously relatively own trumpet-y, I reckon I'm in top half. Yes, I think I'm top half best there, purely for my beast approach forehand. shot, which is an absolute monster. Whew, okay, yeah, what we did today was we did quite a lot of like warm up. There was quite a few of us again today, so we did quite a lot of like rallying stuff in the beginning, which was bloody hard work. And yeah, I like it because I'm specifically going like not only to get better at tennis but also to keep fit. So I'm always moving, trying to keep moving while everything's going off and stuff. So I'm always looking the most eager, hopping from foot to foot like a lunatic. But no, we went through the rally and stuff, and then today we were focusing on slicing, which is again something I've never done. To be honest with you, although I used to play tennis a lot, there's a lot I've never done. At least like, yeah, to be honest, I don't know why I spent all that money on back in day. But yeah, so I'm trying to focus on that, but then we're also doing slicing. I'm not very good at slicing, it's got to be said, but you get there, don't you, practicing. It's really hard concentrating on hitting it forward and not just like straight, like just whipping the racket down. You've got to whip the racket down but also like move forward, and that's something I'm struggling with. Something I'm struggling with particularly is putting myself in the right position. Like, I can read the ball, I think, at least I think I know where the ball's going to go, but I always feel like I'm too close to it, like I've misjudged how long I am. And I think that's what my next problem is. I think I've got to concentrate on bringing that more honesty, that foolishness down, I think. But when I concentrate on the old, I have to like explicitly go, right, no, concentrate, and then I get there. But if I slip up, I just kind of go into default mode, I think, and then I let myself get too close to it. A lot of people there let themselves get too far away, but I just seem to just get too close all the time. It really annoys me. But yeah, slicing was good fun. Hurt my arm. I can definitely feel feel that session of constantly like whipping my hand down like that, and it's in a ball. Bloody hurts. But no. But towards the end, we did like this champions thing, this doubles champion, where we kind of stay on. That is one of the biggest cats I've ever seen in my life. I also tried to stroke it, and it ran away. So I was doing that, but then at the end we did this champions thing where they like set up a ball and then you've got to move quickly and thingy it. And it was noted that like you've got to keep an eye on Jamie when he comes up, because he'll come up and then if it's a nice ball, I'll just attack it and just come to the net. It's like doubles, but I just attack it and get to the net and it goes friggin' straight over the net like an arrow. It's bloody good. I'm pretty proud of it. Straight over the net like an arrow, and it just like floats. Bang on the baseline. There were no chance. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's good fun playing a bit of tennis. Getting to know people a little bit. I don't know, it's kind of not really the place to go and talk because you're kind of friggin' exhausted. But I guess I'm going to go home now. I'm going to have a shower. I'm probably going to end my video now as well. I'm going to have a shower and then I'm going to render you, get you uploaded. May do a bit of development work, or at least push it up to my server, to my Git server. But yeah, I'm going to do some development work, see if I can get it automatically deploying. That's the end game. If I can get automatic deployments set up, then I'm happy. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to sort you out, and then I'm going to sit and listen or watch the polls come in. They get counted overnight, don't they? So I'll stay up till like 12. Most of them will come in by 12, I reckon. I don't know. I'm actually genuinely quite excited for the results. I feel sad for being excited, but I am. Like last time it was the election, I wasn't really old enough to follow it. I didn't really care at the time. I was only 16, so. But this time I relatively do care. You know what I mean? Like this next 4 years, even though like nothing really changes, like nothing really happens particularly, except one or. Well, at the end, whatever happens, they screwed up, haven't they? No matter who it is. You get the end, oh, they did a terrible job, next person. No matter what. So, end game. Yeah, I know who I want to go in, and I'm bloody hopeful. But, because it would, like, assuming they do what they say, which, again, politicians, not good track record of that, but it would really help me out if they did. And yeah, so we're going to sit and we're going to watch them come through. We're going to hope for one. Hopefully it happens. So, who knows? It's genuinely, what it's going to happen is, it's going to get to 10 o'clock tomorrow and they're going to be like, right, we vote. To be honest with you, I don't know how that works, because Like, a lot of them have said that they want to partner up, but then a lot of them said they wouldn't. Like, I'm pretty confident that, like, SNP want to partner up with Labour, but Labour don't want to partner up with them. Miliband said that he didn't want to partner up with anyone, and so did Cameron. So they're gonna have to partner up with someone. Should we play betsies? Let's play bets. I'm gonna have a bet with myself because obviously this comes up tomorrow. I'm gonna bet that the person with the majority, is it Labour? I reckon the person with the majority is Labour. Because it's very cool to like Labour, isn't it? It's uncool to like the Conservatives. And a lot, at least, well, I don't know, because last time I don't remember a lot of people going like, oh, vote for da-da-da, don't vote for da-da-da. But this time, being on the internet and being around people my age group that are also interested in thingy, there's a lot of like, oh, don't vote for Conservatives, vote for Labour. Or Green. I don't know. I'm not going to place a bet, but I reckon Labour. I'm placing a bet. Right, okay. Here's my predictions. I'm going to go out and spin my car around. My predictions are... what are we going to go for? If anyone's likely to get a majority, it's Labour. But I don't think anyone will get a majority, and in that case, I reckon it's going to continue as it is with Lib Dems and Conservatives. That's what my prediction is. Lib Dems are the only people who have said they will go with Conservatives, haven't they? And again, I get posts all the time saying they'd never back a Tory government. But people will willingly go with Labour. So essentially, by the looks of it, unless people back out and go and start a coalition, even though they said they wouldn't, and massively backtrack and do a Lib Dem, it's going to be Labour and someone else, isn't it? That's the prediction. But who? SNP? It's exciting. Come back tomorrow and find out, even though all of you already know. And I'm behind the days. But it's exciting stuff. But yeah, I'm going to move my car around because it's facing the wrong way. I'll wake up in the morning, even though I've got a half day tomorrow, kind of. I'm going in an hour late. I'll go out tomorrow and my car will be facing the wrong way. I'll be like, what the f***? Start driving the wrong way to work. Like, just go in, friggin' drive to Bath or something instead. But yeah, I'm going to spin my car around, I'm going to have a shower, and I'm going to watch the polls come in, go on Twitter and stuff, and then start programming. And do my deployment stuff, and sort of lots of things. Not a long time to do it. Move my car, shower, out by 10. Yeah, 2 hours, easy peasy pudding and pie. Catch you later. P.S. I'm spinning my car around now because it was bloody busy earlier. Friggin' still queues at that polling station. It's friggin' 9 o'clock, 9:30. Go to bed. I'll catch you later.